Hello, and welcome to another day of Bhagavad Gita Sadhana. I'm Atmadarshan, or Laura, whichever you prefer. These are my friends, petunias. We'll be talking a bit about petunias and other things in today's version of What's Your Path? I mentioned the three parts of the Gita. The first one is a lot about action, the second part, more about being, and this third part is about knowing, but it's knowing at a very deep level. It involves using the mind, and some of the concepts can be a little tricky for the mind. So if at first you're not like, this isn't soaking in, sit with it a while, and that's what we'll do in the meditation coming up. Chapter 13. I love this title, The Yoga of the Distinction of the Field and the Knower of the Field. Krishna says to Arjuna in verses 2 and 3, "This body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, and who knows it is called the knower of the field by sages who discern the truth. O Arjuna, know too that I am the knower of all fields. I consider knowledge of the field and its knower the true knowledge. Just as one sun illuminates this entire world, so the knower illuminates the entire field. O descendant of Bharata." That final verse was from the end of the chapter, verse 34. So we went from the start to the end, and there's more in between. That's actually what we're getting into this year's Bhagavad Gita retreat, is all the details in between. But we can kind of summarize it today so that you know if this is a field you would like to explore. Field, of course, agricultural terms, but in English, field can also mean a purview of study, like biology is a field, psychology is a field, etc. So knowing that field, but also knowing that you are the knower of the field. Okay, so how can we put this in a way? We'll have a meditative practice today that hopefully helps you understand the difference between the field and its knower. It's going to be just slightly more guided than usual. So what we can look at here is Krishna giving the idea that the physical world is the field. Okay, the manifest world, this world all around me is the field. Even this body is the field. Even the subtle processes within my body, like the mind, are the field. But there's one who knows the field. And that, says Krishna, is what you most need to know. It's great to know about the outer world, your body, your physical self, your mind. But true knowledge, and this is the part of the Gita about knowledge, is knowledge of who knows. So there's what is to be known and there's who knows. We often focus on what is to be known. And also the part at the end that just as one sun illuminates the entire world, so one knower can illuminate all the fields. Now, as we sit here, we might seem separate, like these might seem like separate little petunia plants, and I'm separate from them. Right now, they're separate from Earth. They'll get planted very soon, which is separate from the garage, which is separate from the trampoline, which is separate from the neighbors. But when the sun comes out, the sun shines on all of us and illuminates us all equally. And just so, when we realize the knower within, the one who knows, we realize that same knower is actually lighting up with the light of consciousness everything in existence. So I'm so tempted to say these are my petunias. I did refer to them earlier as my friends, but from this point of view, they're not my petunias any more than, well, maybe it's more accurate to say I am their gardener, right? We all have the same light of consciousness within. We just express it differently. They smell so good. Well, this is something also to contemplate. Once you understand who the knower is within you, then the next step, and perhaps the hardest step, is to apply that idea to the one who knows within you is the same one who knows within each leaf, each bud, each tree, each part of the tree, the sky, the earth. A lot to contemplate. So let's start by centering the mind with our balance practice. That's one of the benefits of balance pose is it's hard to think of anything else in them, and they bring the mind more into focus. Switch. Let's have our contemplative practice. And for today, as you sit, I'm going to invite you to scan your awareness through your body, your personal field. And as you do this, notice who it is that's doing the scanning and the observing. For example, in English, it's more natural for us to say, I have a body rather than I am a body, right? I have a body. So, who is this I that has your body? And then, who is the I that has this universe? We'll just start with the body, your body today, because that'll be a nice stepping stone. So, become aware of the body any way you like, and then notice who is it that is aware of the body? Who is it that has a body? That's the knower of the field. We'll check in 5. Welcome back. I wonder how that went for you. If it was a tough concept to plug into, maybe today helps, because today, if you've seen any Star Wars anything, is May the 4th or May the 4th be with you day. One of the ideas in Star Wars is there's this force that connects all of us, that enlivens everything, animate and inanimate, and we can awaken to that. So something to contemplate, that the one that knows within us is the one that knows within the petunias, is the one that knows within the tree. The one that knows. Can you act and be from that aspect of yourself today? Today's practice is dedicated to Shannon. Happy, happy birthday. And to all of you seekers along the path. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. Until then.